It's me, Chef Mick, cooking for the boys live. Our mini episode today is gonna cover that champagne butter sauce I talked about. This is the sauce for tomorrow's Valentine's Day show. This is the sauce we're gonna use on our chicken, on our veggies. It is a beautiful sauce. You're gonna enjoy it. Let's get right to it, guys. Why don't we go over to the stove? Now, what we have here at the stove is we have a pan, a saucepan that is already turned on and hot, ready to go. And we're going to drop our butter into it. We're going to let that butter melt a little bit. Now, you have to watch the heat. We want it to melt, but we don't want it to burn. Now, let's go over to the workstation while this is happening. In the butter, we're going to add garlic and onion. The thing is, people will tell you, chop up your garlic nice and fine and chop up your onion nice and fine. I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep our garlic whole. We're going to use big pieces of onion. We're going to use them just to impart their flavor. And then we're going to strain them out of there. And I think it's a much better way and makes for a much smoother cream sauce. Oh, that one, oh, see? When the garlic cooperates, it works even better. All right, so our garlic is peeled, ready to go. Like I said, the onion needs to be bigger slices, so one big slice like this. We're gonna drop it in there. Let's go back to the stove. Dun, dun, dun. We don't even need that much onion, guys. Here we go. 2 things of garlic and some of that onion. Cook it in there with that butter. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. Might as well get it cooking. Also, right now is when you want to add a little bit, just a pinch of salt. Not too much, just a pinch, guys. And some pepper. Remember when I was making the clam chowder, I told you, if you don't have white pepper, it's okay to use black pepper, but sparingly. We don't want to change the color. This is going to be a clear or a creamy looking sauce, and we don't want it to look black on us. We want it just to look nice and creamy. So we're going to let this butter infuse with the flavors of the garlic and the onion. Now, why don't we go back to camera 1 and I'll show you something else over here, guys. I'll show you what else is part of this recipe. Champagne. That's right, guys, champagne. Now, you can see this is just a little bottle, okay? A little bottle of champagne. This is actually a sparkling wine. It's from California. The only thing that can be called champagne is stuff from the Champagne region of France. And while they call themselves a California champagne, it is a sparkling wine. Now, you can get the big bottle and, go and plop off that cork, or you can get the small bottle with the twist off top and open it up like this. Very simple. All right, let's go back to the stove. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, guys, back at the stove, you can see how my butter is working here. It's nice and melted. Now, remember, I didn't use real butter. I use a different kind of butter. I use a substitute called Smart Balance. But if you use real butter, it should look exactly the same. And then let's pour in the champagne. I'm using about half a bottle. That happens to be all I had left in this bottle anyway. But I'm using about half a bottle of champagne. And now we're going to let it cook and let it cook off all that alcohol. Not all the alcohol can disappear, but most of it can. All right, guys. It's got a great smell, and I know it's going to have a great taste. But here's the problem, okay? Right now, if you pour it on, it's going to be clear and you're not going to be able to see it. We want to add a little creaminess to this so that people can see the beautiful sauce that you worked so hard on. So what are we going to use? Well, we're not going to use milk. If you use milk, you're not going to get the same texture. I have half and half in here. This is my half and half. I would prefer you use heavy cream. But half and half means what, guys? Half cream, half milk. Okay? You put it in here. Be careful now. Now, let's whisk it up a little bit. Heat it with this whisk. Oh, yes. Now, if you put too much, you're going to have nothing but a half and half taste. And that's not what we're looking for. We want a nice, beautiful color, and we want a nice, easy taste to this. There we go. Oh, this is going to be nice. Look at the coloring on that, guys. All right. This is, oh yeah, this is going to be a lot better. You may want just a little more texture to that. You can also mix in with your half and half before you throw it in there, a little bit of cornstarch if you're trying to thicken it up a little. I don't want it any thicker than when I have it. I don't believe I want any thicker than this. But if I did, I would throw in some cornstarch in the cold milk and mix it in the milk before I put it into here. You don't throw cornstarch directly into here, or else it's going to clump up on you. All right. This looks phenomenal, guys. This looks phenomenal. And now what are we going to do with it, guys? Look at this. I want you to see this. Look at this. See how it coats the bottom of the spoon right there? That right there is what we're looking for. We're looking for that beautiful coating. Oh, it tastes great. So let's go to camera one. I'm sorry, let's go to my workstation. I was trying to trick my cameraman, Duran. Let's go to my workstation. And here at the workstation, you see, this is my gravy boat. It's going to be my sauce boat today. We're going to strain this into here so we can catch the onion and the garlic. And yes, because of the mess, it makes a little bit of a mess also. You got to be careful. And then, let me clean that mess up a little bit. You can use a better strainer than what I have, guys. And that's it, guys. Let's go to, you can see it right there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful sauce? It's going to go nice and creamy over your veggie and your chicken. People are going to love it. Let's go to this camera one again, guys. People are gonna love it. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the mini episode, the champagne butter sauce. I'm Chef Mick, cooking for the boys. If you know how to cook, you can marry for looks. Peace and love, guys. Peace and love.